Generic advice to AI-proof your job by mastering prompt engineering is failing. Today, the role of the human operator is being overwritten by autonomous code. 2026 systems like OpenAI Codex and Claude Code now write, test, and optimize their own prompts within closed-loop environments. They manage entire repositories and execute complex engineering tasks without human intervention. To maintain professional relevance, we are going to complete a specific career restructuring framework. This process moves you from a task executor to an agent orchestrator. Survival in this transition requires a move away from renting out cognitive labor. Pivot toward managing the AI, holding the liability, and owning the outcomes. Step 1 is the HCA risk audit. Apply the Zoom test to your current job description. If a task can be executed entirely over a video call or a digital screen, it is a primary candidate for automation. This vulnerability highlights Moravec's paradox. While abstract digital tasks are now cheap to automate, unstructured physical environments and high-stakes human empathy remain technically difficult for agentic systems to replicate. This diagram represents the Human Cognitive Accountability Index, mapping workflows across two axes: screen dependency versus physical or fiduciary accountability. Mark screen-dependent tasks for elimination. Your goal is the safe zone: physical, unstructured, or high-stakes interpersonal tasks insulated from digital replacement. Roles that fail to anchor in the physical world or require human trust face a direct economic incentive for replacement as compute costs continue to drop. Step 2 is claiming your liability moat. AI systems possess no legal personhood, which means they cannot be sued for malpractice, negligence, or fiduciary failure. When an automated system fails, financial and legal risk escalates to a human who can assume responsibility for the organization. Regulated industries enforce this, mandating that licensed professionals or functional fiduciaries provide the final authorization for high-stakes decisions. California Senate Bill 1120 is a prime example. This law prohibits AI from being the sole basis for healthcare denials, requiring a licensed physician to make final determinations based on a patient's individual clinical history. To manage this systematic risk, enterprises use verifiable human contribution, or VHC, frameworks. These generate cryptographically signed logs of human intervention, necessary to maintain professional indemnity insurance. Incorporate this into your job description. Position yourself as the designated legal endpoint who cryptographically signs off on agentic output. Serving as this essential liability shield keeps the enterprise legally compliant and insurable. Step 3 transitions you from task execution to managing synthetic labor. You must establish operational guardrails and audit the workflows of specialized agent fleets. Your primary challenge is the token math crisis. Agentic systems reprocess the entire context window with every new query, leading to massive cost inflation. A single query's cost starts with an 8,000 token system prompt. Next, retrieval augmented generation adds 15,000 tokens of context. Finally, conversation history is reprocessed every turn, creating a compounding loop that requires over 30,000 tokens per response. As an orchestrator, you must implement strict session limits and dynamic context allocation. This ensures simple tasks do not burn the maximum context budget. You justify your role by preventing autonomous systems from triggering unmonitored compute cost overruns. Public B2B databases and contact lists have been commoditized. Because these resources are continuously scraped by large models, they no longer provide a strategic advantage. You must build a proprietary data moat. This consists of offline, relationship-based networks and private corporate data that companies shield from public scrapers due to intellectual property rights. This pivot addresses the macroeconomic reality of 2026. The economic value of human labor is declining, while the rate of return on capital assets continues to outpace growth. This concentration of wealth is driving policy shifts. Leaders like Sam Altman have proposed models like universal basic capital, which would distribute direct ownership in corporate equity and processing power to the public. Direct your compensation strategy toward this reality. Move away from salary increases and prioritize equity, profit sharing, or direct compute allocation. True career security in the agentic economy requires owning a stake in the infrastructure driving the automation. Your completed framework has eliminated vulnerable digital tasks and replaced them with fiduciary oversight and token management. This comparison shows the transformation. You have shifted from generating raw code and data to auditing agentic output and managing token limits. This career strategy addresses the decline of cognitive wage labor by focusing on agent orchestration, liability absorption, and capital asset ownership. Use this restructured framework in your next quarterly review to proactively reposition yourself before the next wave of workforce restructuring occurs.